Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to a special edition of the Scrying Pool podcast. In this hopefully much shorter podcast, I am joined here with Amascut.
Howdy.
And Kitten.
No.
With Orange and Walter in the chat. And, well, I myself am Knight of Knee and whatever other names you know me by. And we're here to talk about the beta for just a little bit. As most of you know, the HTML5 beta, or the RS3 beta, whatever you want to call it, came out 2 days ago, and it is great, but it has a lot of things that we need to work on, or that needs to be worked on, and so we're gonna come and talk a little bit about maybe what our thoughts on this are, what the implications of some of this stuff are, and maybe some things that can be fixed, some things to look out for, etc. So, without trying to make this too long, because that is a goal we are trying for. I know that there are people that are like, oh my god, your podcasts are too long, so I know you're out there. I know that's basically everybody.
No podcast is too long.
Yeah, well, depends on
ours
if you
are.
have the World Wakes to spam about or not. But, so we're gonna get started with graphics. The graphics in the beta are freaking amazing.
Yes.
If you can load them.
Pretty much. Yeah.
There's that big if.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying too. You have to make sure that all of your display drivers are pretty much up to date, because if they're not, then your computer will pretty much immediately crap out on you in 5 seconds. Just by turning the camera.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
At least if you go on max graphics. Like, I have a computer that is capable of running basically every game that is in existence right now, at least on high graphics, if not the max graphics. And I'm sitting at 15 FPS max on the Surface.
Yep.
So, but that aside, we'll talk about that a little bit more later. The graphics themselves, with the new lighting, the new draw distance, and the shadows, and some of the other little kind of sneaky things that they've added in, they're awesome. Something I want to specifically mention is the Lum River next to Lumbridge Castle. It flows. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It looks amazing.
It's like what they did with the river next to Barbarian Assault, next to the Baxtorian Falls. There's just this little tiny section that flows, same within the Gnome area in the Piscatoris.
Is that, does it flow now, or has it flown for a while?
It's flown for a while, but it's not in the same quality as the Lum now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all of the water was updated, so...
It's crazy good.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing. It actually looks like shiny water, finally.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it still needs a little bit of a touch-up, because when you look at it, you can tell exactly how they did it. But...
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but at this point...
Damn, it looks good.
It's something I'm going to mention right now before we get into any further. This is day 3 of the beta.
This is day 3.
It ain't a perfect thing. It's not supposed to be perfect. If it was perfect, it would be in-game right now. And
exactly.
So this is something that you just have to make sure that you are remembering throughout this entire podcast and throughout any experiences that you have playing, interacting with the beta. So, got that out there.
I'm honestly of mind to call it an alpha right now because of how rough it is.
It's true. That is...
It's pretty good if some of the bugs can be ignored.
Well, we don't even have a quarter of the customization options that we do in live game yet.
Yeah.
In terms of... I mean, we can't even remove roofs yet, but still.
Can't remove what?
We can't remove roofs yet.
Oh, roofs, yes. Oh, like graphical options, yes. You can't zoom in, you can't remove the roofs, I know what you mean. But that's just the lighting, the shadows and the lighting are absolutely incredible if you have a computer that can handle it.
Yeah, I was completely stunned. I never even noticed it for a little while until I actually looked at the way my character ran, and the shadow actually matches like the character's hairstyle and like the whole.
It's crazy.
Like the way you move your arms in game, it's incredible. The entire shadow just matches up with everything.
Yeah,
and
it's so
it all fits dynamically. So.
Mm-hmm. Gigantic props to them for making that work, because I know that lighting is an absolute bitch in any game ever.
So apparently the shadows are the thing that causes the biggest amount of lag, according to Chris L.
I'm not surprised by that because of how dynamic they are.
He has a thread up. That says have one FPS, and he asks what everybody's specs are, and he says it seems to be that anybody that are running shadows in the highest will not have much FPS.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely running shadows, and I'm between 10 and 15 FPS anywhere on the surface, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, oh my god. The biggest thing I love about the shadows is that when you're running from an area of a certain lighting setting to another area, the shadows you can just see them all turn around the trees and all the buildings, and everything just changes with the setting instead of having to load everything in and then everything just clicks into place.
Yeah. Speaking of loading, the other big change with the graphics is the draw distance. And we'll be talking a little bit more about some of the issues with said draw distance a little bit later, but the draw distance itself on the surface, oh my god.
Literally, I did the thing that you mentioned before. Stand on White Wolf Mountain and you can see everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I can see my house from there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Not that you could previously if you had your house in,
yeah, also something that we mentioned a little bit before we actually started recording was dungeoneering.
Oh,
you can see the entire dungeon because of the draw distance. And, oh my god, it looks awesome.
Yeah. And also, kind of with loading, there is no more door lag in dungeoneering. At least I did a couple floors and there is nothing. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Like, the room just kind of renders in. There's never a loading please wait thing, ever. God. It just comes up and then you just go through the door. There are some bugs with it for now. Yeah. Either way, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect there to be bugs at this point. I mean, this is still, like Amosguts said, it is an alpha, basically. And yeah, the Wizards, and Orange mentions in chat, Wizards Tower. Oh my god, amazing.
Oh my god, yeah.
The bell tower at the top of the Scytheride Abbey. Oh, it's so good. Like, any
the Dominion Tower.
Yes. Yeah. Random interruption here is I just got a really funny bug upon logging in. It was, I logged in, and I was in my ports before, you know how it kicks you out.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't crash anymore, by the way.
No, but for a solid 2 minutes, I was loading in the Varrock bank.
Oh, I've had that happen several times.
So it loaded the entire bank. I was watching people move around, and then suddenly, everything deloads, and I'm standing in Port Sarah.
Did everything have to reload?
Yeah, everything reloaded. So it's like, it teleported me there.
Yeah, I've logged in. Where did I all log in? One was in the clan camp. Once was in the GE. Once was, I think, in Fally Castle.
I now have this desire to go to the place where I was standing just to see what magic awaits.
In before crash.
Oh, I just crashed.
Yes!
That was because I was trying to close the Squeal of Fortune interface, and it opened instead and crashed on me.
Well done.
Doesn't like the squeal, obviously.
Yes. Well, that makes all of us. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so, that's actually great. And then you...
Yeah, Orange just agreed. I loaded in random places and was all like, I don't remember being here.
Yeah, since I pretty much always log out in my ports, anytime I don't log in at Port Sarum, it's kind of like, wait, what am I doing here?
Yeah. If I'm not in Bank or Port Sarum, I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
Unless I was like mid-player task or something.
Alright.
I logged in.
Oh, it did put me in this time. Good job.
I logged into Artisan's Workshop and it was loading me in Edgeville Bank. I freaked out. It was just on the first day, I was like, oh crap.
I feel like it just decides a random spot to load and then it's like, oh wait, you're not there.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that. It probably freaks me out more than anybody else because I was hacked 2 weeks ago, and then I'm like, oh hi, I'm in GE with everything in the GE. I'm like, shit. But
Okay, turning water detail to low is the funniest thing you could do because the ocean does not exist.
Are you serious?
There is no ocean. I'm gonna
God.
make a screeny here just for you guys.
Yes, please.
get it? Yeah. Okay. I'm taking notes of what time some of these screenshots are, and I'm going to use these as the backdrop for the podcast.
Also,
because
one thing I remember,
it'd be great.
Yeah, sorry. One thing I remember about just loading in general, sometimes when you're logging into the game or in the lobby, like the only loading sign I've ever seen it said loading shaders or preloading shaders.
I've seen that too, yeah.
I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but yeah.
Literal shaders. That's what all the shadows and lighting effects are.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
as somebody who does lots of Minecraft, I know the shaders well.
So mentioning all of these bugs, or we're gonna kind of move into the next portion that we want to talk about, which is the bugs and issues in its most hilarious and the most absolutely horrifically annoying stuff, because there are a bunch of both. Like, some of these bugs are just like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Like, I'm
uploading that pic to Inger right now.
Like, in the Dungeoneering screenshot that I will be putting into the podcast, I think starting about the 7-minute mark, you can see that it seems like the plane freezer has wet himself.
His own personal beach.
Yeah, he melted all his ice. Oh gosh. And I accidentally spawned an ocean. I didn't mean to, but I opened a Vines room and then it gave me an ocean instead. And then the Vines room.
Here, have an ocean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here, I think I know where you got your ocean from. My lack of it. This is water detail set to low.
Oh my god, sorry, I just drained your ocean on...
You drained mine whole ocean.
Okay, so
I'm gonna turn on that water detail high and see how that goes. There we go.
Okay, so 12 minutes. Yeah, so...
Okay, one thing I just kind of have to rant about is I freaking hate the camera movements right now.
What about them?
They're so, cinematic, it's annoying.
You never thought that you'd say that, right?
Yeah, but just they move so slowly, and up and down, it doesn't work right. There's just something about the angles that they've selected to turn now that just doesn't feel quite proper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one of those kind of graphical things that's like, is that necessary? Is that good? Is that bad? It's hard to say.
Look at my parrot looks like a derp.
Yeah, I haven't actually used controlling with the keys because my action bar is set up so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 QWER ASDF. So that clearly overlaps with the WASD keyboard thing. I'm just like, whatever.
Oh, I didn't even realize you could WASD with camera movements.
Yeah, you
can. Using my arrow keys and it does the same cinematic awkwardness.
Oh, well, I've never tried that. I used the middle mouse button, which I use that in the live game and in the beta. So
yeah, that works just fine. But I'm not used to that, so I'm still.
Yeah, maybe it just is. So it is just the arrow keys then. It's just something interesting to think about there.
I might have to start using it just while I'm using the beta, but at least I'm not crashing.
Yeah. That is probably the biggest thing that people have had problems with in the beta is crashing. It started pretty much
test because you're crashing.
Pretty much day one, it was you crashed if you typed, you crashed if you moved, you crashed if you entered ports, you crashed if you didn't type, you crashed if
you entered an area that you hadn't approached from a far distance.
Yeah,
I crashed turning the camera. And then my computer crashed.
Has anybody noticed how broken items look right now?
Yeah, the items do look odd, and
a lot of them are very discolored and have a very dark black background.
A lot of them have a dark black background. I also have had
my
issues
large
with
recharge gems and my small recharge gems have almost no color on them. They're just gray with black and whites.
Maybe it's because they're kind of see-through to begin with.
Yeah, well, my Searing Flame is now white and brown instead of white and light blue.
Interesting. I think I have one of those too. I don't think it was following me around in the beta though. I know that my Solomon outfit wasn't coloring properly, and I think they do now, or they.
I am wearing mine, so let's take a look. Nope, they're still green.
Yeah, mine was kind of a greenish yellow color.
They all turn lime green.
Which is fine because it kind of goes with the Sea Singer because there's that color on it. But I mean, realistically,
when my outfit is based around the quest cape, it's a problem.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Just I have one top that I've recolored. It's the that Guthix Penance top, and it's just lime green, and everything else is that perfect white, black, and blue, and then random lime green.
Yeah.
On the other hand, some items are now animated.
Oh, are they? Which items?
Yeah, the Tokkul cape, or whatever the heck it's called.
Oh, the Tarkar Call.
Yeah, that one. The one I don't have. Apparently it's animated. Magic logs are more animated. Oddly, the Fire cape is not animated, but some are.
Well, how is the Tokkar Call animated differently? Because it was animated before. It was a flowing.
Was the icon animated?
Oh, the icon wasn't.
Icon.
Oh, you're talking about the icon.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh.
Animated icons. Some of them are animated.
Well, I never noticed that.
Magic logs were the only ones that were previously, and now other items are animated.
Interesting.
So.
Yeah, pretty much Orange says, day one was a walk for a bit, crash. Reload, walk some more, crash. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. That has gotten significantly better. I have the patch notes
I managed
up
to
right
walk
now.
from Port Sarum to north of Falador without a single crash.
Yeah.
I pulled up, I have the patch notes open right now. I'm just looking, fixed some server crashes, fixed some crashes, fixed an issue causing crashes, fixed a bug which caused crashes, fixed some more crashes, fixed a crash, fixed a bug whereby other players crash, fixed a crash.
So maybe some of those weren't my fault.
Fixed crash bug. Yeah, I mean, they've done so much with making it playable, because the first step for them to having a working beta that can give them feedback and give them suggestions is that people want to play it because it's not crashing.
See, this is why I wish that in the live game, if we submitted a bug report and Jagex didn't deal with it within a week, it would start purposely crashing the game. Because then they would just get to it.
Yeah.
You know, we have been reporting the Ice Strikeworm bug where they don't surface if you're not on a Slayer task anymore. For the Fremnik task.
Mm-hmm.
That has been reported by a number of people for about 5 months, and instead of fixing it, they're like, it's intentional, screw it.
Yeah, I know that there's a stretching bug with the Armadillo battle staff that has been there since EOC, and I've personally put in multiple reports, and
it is absolutely hilarious to watch too.
Yeah, when you're fishing, you just see the stretch. It's really annoying.
I have to admit, my favorite was when the quest cape clipped with anything. Any Solomon items, the quest cape would instantly clip with it. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah. All right. So we have that stuff. What are some of the other kind of lulz-worthy bugs that you guys have found?
I have found a lot, because some of them was in Dungeoneering where stuff spawned under the home table, and some spawns in the floor, which you can still click on it, but it's hilarious. Also, yeah. All my fish hid from me.
Do not eat us!
How does that make you
feel?
Do not eat us!
Okay, my water is all vanished again. This is funny.
Yeah, a couple more bugs, with Dungeoneering, there's no water in the fishing spots. That's the only thing that was kind of noticeable aside from drops appearing in the floor. The most terrifying...
All the river water is gone, but the rocks and the ripples are still there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's eventful. Sorry, interrupting, carry on.
Yeah, still with scary bugs. The worst one that I had was on day one. Someone asked me to get a screenshot of something. and I got a screenshot of something else just because it's like, okay, it's gonna take me for freaking ever, so here's a consolation prize for now because I'm probably gonna crash anyway. I tried to type the push link into the friends chat, and I got to the number 2, and then all this white text started spamming my chat box. All of my abilities went off in less than 3 seconds. I freaked out. It did it twice. Ugh.
Can you post that in the chat? I'm gonna be adding that.
Yeah, I'll do it again. It was the most scary experience I've ever had in my life. Because I thought I was getting, like, actual game error messages, and then I looked at it, it's like, it's all in terms of abilities.
All of the abilities go off.
This ability requires adrenaline in order to be used. You are not using the correct spell. This spell cannot be autocast. You don't have a target. You need a two-handed weapon to use this ability. You do not have a target.
4 at a time.
Yeah.
Like, I think I get it. Sorry.
5.
I think I get it now.
At a time.
Fine, asshole. Stupid game. Yeah, I love that this spell cannot be autocast.
There is no water in this game.
You drained it all and put it all in Kitten's Dungeoneering.
Seriously, I'm standing here in the Berthorpe Bank, and I'm looking over at Catherby, and there's no water. At all.
Lane Freezer's probably really pissed off.
So there's the Dungeoneering boat, and it's just rocking back and forth in midair. There's a starfish just laying on the ground. There's just these poles. I really should take a picture of this. This is brilliant.
Please.
Let's get the best angle here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was one glitch I found. One glitch was the null name glitch which I had. It went away pretty quickly, but it was just creepy logging in with null everywhere.
Yesterday I logged in and there was absolutely no there were no R's, S's, or T's in anything.
What?
At all. I relogged and they came back, but just for the first time I logged in the beta, there were no R's, S's, or T's.
So it's just Bea?
No,
Bea?
Yeah, but just no, not even in just that. Like, if you moused over any text, those specific letters would be missing.
The Uncape Bea? Bea?
It was hilarious.
Oh god.
Walter says in the chat, fish sadly no longer need water. They have evolved. Our time is limited. Thank you, Walter.
They figured out how to hide under tables, so even after they're cooked. We are screwed.
Yep, we're totally screwed.
We're screwed.
Alright, well, waiting on that, while we wait on this screenshot, moving on a little bit more, I mean, there are clearly a lot of bugs to this, but that's why it's a beta. They're fixing it, they're working on getting it to, work, and I'm pretty confident, considering how swiftly they've fixed a lot of things, that it's all gonna come together. It's gonna come together much quicker than EOC did, because there's people playing it, and actively,
it's a live game.
Doing
that,
stuff.
Instantly gives you a huge advantage.
Yeah.
There's that picture in the chat, by the way.
Oh my god, that poor starfish. Oh.
Okay, that's great. Okay. And
hey, I got a... What the hell? I went, I spun the Squeal of Fortune, I got it working on the beta. It lands in the large recharge gem. I have it highlighted on the large recharge gem, and it's offering me a small XP lamp.
Nice.
I refuse!
Oh.
I don't
refuse
want
this!
That. Alright, so we're gonna move on to a little bit more of a constructive segment here. Suggestions
fun of all of them.
And things that Jagex could do to, fix, tweak, make better.
Water.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think
add water.
We've seen, just add water. That'll solve a lot of things. Something I need to mention here is draw distances in dungeons. If anybody has gone into any dungeon, like not dungeoneering, just like random caves, anything that is on a separate map from the main world, you can see everything around it because the draw distance is basically unlimited.
Yeah, you never realize what exactly is on the exact same plane as you until you see it in the beta. It's like, why is that there?
Where do I still have your Guthix Shrine? Why did I close that? God damn it. I'm going to be putting that as a background right now. But the Guthix Shrine is a perfect example. Guthix Shrine.
There's also more to it because those are the only two pictures I got before my computer actually crashed. But,
literally completely died.
Yeah, because I didn't have updated drivers. But, you can also see the, Crestbot, or, automaton dungeons across on the other side of it. And you can see, like, the entire straight network of it. It's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I have screenshots of that myself. Where you can see the Naragi homeland in the background of Guthix's head, and then you can see all of the Crestbot and some of the quest areas, on the other side as well. So, some of the draw distance things in the dungeons, something that I mentioned a couple days ago was thinking about instead of just kind of giving it unlimited draw distances everywhere, cut it off in dungeons. Make some kind of art, either spread everything further out, which I think would cause more problems than anything else, or figure out a way to limit the draw distance artificially,
Well, they could do what they did with Barrows, where they just literally put that black wall in front of your face.
Or that. Yeah. That would work too.
Yeah, that was also what I was saying earlier, with RuneSpan. That's a pretty good example too, because I was where I was near that central little tower that you can see sometimes depending on where you are. I was standing next to that on the middle floor. Yeah, it's the middle floor. And then I turned my camera a bit, and then I saw a little bit of the bottom floor on the same plane really far away. And yeah, then my computer crashed, but it's just...
Your computer was like, nope!
Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't, I can't.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's I saw them oh, why is this all on the same plane? Oh, God.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the RuneSpan looks amazing like that, but it really should be stacked differently, I want to say to make it like the Polypore dungeon, which looks absolutely freaking incredible right now.
Oh my God, yeah.
It is the most amazing thing ever.
It is the area that truly shows off what HTML5 can do.
Yes.
Yep.
Combined with perhaps standing on top of the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wizard's Tower also has a ridiculously good view, and both of those will be in the in the video. I think I'm actually going to...
if you're not watching the video, just freaking go to the RuneScape Reddit page. You will
pretty much.
There.
Wiz Tower. Yeah, I'm going to actually open up the video with the Wizard's Tower screenshot because it's just so ridiculously good.
Good.
Also, one more thing with bugs, specifically for dungeoneering, just in terms of something else, when you're opening a door and the room renders in, there's no lag at all, but sometimes the room takes a full minute to appear. Of course, even though it's 3 days in, so obviously that's going to be a glitch. But it's just kind of weird because you can enter, but you can't get back over to the other side because you're just stuck in this black void and you clip through the floor.
Nice.
It's oh crap. How do I teleport out?
That'll be fixed rather quickly because I can see that being rather problematic.
Yeah.
Alright. So, and then any other suggestions, anything feedbacky, anything you want to mention more about the beta a little bit? Anything else that comes to mind immediately?
It's fucking awesome.
Aside from, looks freaking awesome.
Yeah,
mostly, my biggest advice to people who are trying to get on the beta, if it's actually starting to crash your computer, definitely
down.
Either turn down your
shadows.
graphics or update your display driver, because that was one thing I was sure that I updated mine. It turns out I did not have anything updated. A year. I didn't notice that. Yeah. So I updated that and now everything runs perfectly fine. So if your computer can handle stuff but it's just not having fun with the massive draw distance, then it's definitely your display driver. They weren't kidding when they said update it.
Yeah. Anything else Do you guys want to mention?
Not for the beta. Shall we?
Really?
Shall we get into a short discussion of the quests then?
Yeah, I guess we can talk about that for just a couple minutes. I mean, this
Alright.
is a
So the
describable
vote for
podcast.
which one of the three quests we can vote on, Gnome, Pirate, Dwarf, came out today.
Mhm.
Basically, it's you click on an annotation in the YouTube video, whichever one has the most views, I suppose, maybe likes, is going to be the one that gets made first. And it better be freaking Gnome.
You'll have to fight some people over
Got that
one.
out there. Basically, the summation that they gave us was Dwarf Quest. You should vote for it because it's a finale. We'll put lots of combat in it, and you'll get explosive gear. I'm like, okay,
Explosive?
explosive gear. Don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Now,
I
So it's like we get
actually-
more hand cannons.
I'm actually a terrible host here. I didn't actually get a chance to watch this. I was like, I guess I should probably watch that,
Got
and
my
I
Bob
promptly
Barker.
forgot. So,
I didn't get a chance to watch it either, but
yeah. And then
now that I know the options.
Pirate.
yeah.
Pirate one says, we go up against Rabid Jack, we attack him, but he attacks us back, and the monkeys are getting involved.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the pirate ones are always kind of silly. The dwarf
Yep.
ones are super, like,
Serious.
super serious.
Political, serious,
Yeah, political
But then-
serious.
The gnomes. This is why I want it. The description. They did it very comically. The description is, Gloofree's illusions are more than what we expect. We are going to Arpazandra in this. We're gonna find
Finally.
out that
Fucking finally.
the illusions that, like, you know how we just thought there's a couple illusions, like where
Yeah.
they're hiding doors and everything?
Hmm.
Yeah.
The illusion is literally hiding what the Dark Gnomes look like. It is hiding what Arpazandra
Really?
looks like. Everything.
Okay, yeah, let's have the gnome
Okay,
one so we can
I-
finally see that area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So
I'm
this,
gonna,
they
let's-
revealed what the big twist is probably gonna be, and that, they said something like Grand Treeception, which of course made me chuckle
Tree in
immediately.
a tree?
There's a tree within a tree. Yeah, and they're just like, more of Gloofree's illusions come into play here, and we're gonna find out what Arpazandra truly looks like, what the Dark Gnomes truly look like, and there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna be the end either.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm like instantly, yes, give me that, please, give me
Gnomes,
that.
please.
Please.
Yeah. So
The,
I'm.
the
I
gnomes
think-
aren't about light puzzles, the gnomes are about those number puzzles, which I
Yeah, the
rather
gnomes like the numbery kind of puzzles. The
The
light puzzles was
geometrical.
the elves.
Yep.
And frickin' Morning's End. Yeah. But yeah, so I think from all of us here at the podcast, pick the gnomes. Do it. 'Cause
Yes.
I know that I was, before I even heard the description, I was like, I want the gnomes. Like,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a real, like, it's been a while since there's been a gnome quest.
Yeah, Prisoner
And-
of 3 was the last one, and it left us on such a twisty cliffhanger.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
More so than the other two. Because Clockwork Syringe wrapped up pretty nicely.
Hmm.
King of the Dwarves just didn't do it for me.
King of the Dwarves almost felt like a finale. Like,
It
the
did.
way
Yeah,
it ended really felt finale-ish.
I mean, the only way it's not a finale is the fact that the Red Axe isn't down. Which
Yeah.
they said is happening in the finale.
Yeah,
So-
well, I mean, there's only one left, but yeah, there's no people, there really isn't anybody that has been clamoring for, oh my god, we need Dwarf Quest now.
Yeah.
There've been people who are
mean,
like, because the
admittedly-
Pirate is kind of a silly series, that's a fun one to do, it's a fun quest, but, yeah, let's get the gnomes going, let's do it.
Because
Yeah.
they are those quest series that I consider very serious, but it has this whole element of hilarity to it regardless.
Yep,
Because, you know,
Relief
you
all the
don't
time.
take that seriously.
yep. Mm-hmm.
But just,
Oh,
I mean,
the gnomes are cute.
yeah. But
It's
there's-
kind of like the penguins. Oh,
Exactly.
they're
Like,
cute.
oh, they're cute, but they want to blow us all up.
Ew.
Yeah.
I love
Now,
the
see, the
penguins.
one thing that I could really see pushing my vote towards dwarves is if they officially said Keldegrim would be getting a graphical re-
Oh my
Yes,
god,
that
yeah.
needs- and all
if
of the
they
dwarves.
if they had said that, and with this quest, Keldegrim will be receiving a graphical update. It'd be like dwarf,
Yeah,
dwarf,
then
dwarf,
it's
dwarf.
like, please.
because it's so outdated. But
Looks like
because
an
they didn't
ashy
say
rock
that,
pit,
and they
really.
said that we would most likely be getting into Arpazandra for this,
Yep.
more so than we were in
that's-
Prisoner, I'm like,
Yeah.
nope. Yep.
And we
that's
weren't
it.
really
Hey,
in
more.
Arposandra for Prisoner. We were in one of the sewer rooms, and that was about
Yeah.
it.
We went into the sewer room, and then we snuck into a jail cell.
Yeah. I mean, there's...
And I mean,
There's so much more
because this
to
is
it.
probably not the last gnome, I assume they're going to do another tease with us again and let us into a portion of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, probably.
But regardless,
Your city would be nice.
more Arpazandra is always good because, I mean, especially with that new Saren lore, I really want to know more about how the Anima Mundi is reacting. So that's good.
Mhm. Yeah, it's...
More the actual city without illusions is Prith. That would be funny.
Thank you, Walter.
That would be hilarious. You walk up to the gates of Prith, you walk in, you deactivate the machine, and Arpazandra materializes in front of you.
Like, what? What?
It's like,
what?
come on.
God
Now
damn
I
it,
understand why
elves.
Prifddinas. Now I understand why Prifddinas is in a seed form. Arpazandra's sitting there now.
The elves are probably like shaking their fists like, God damn you.
I know it was there.
Gnomes.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Lord Yorworth is like, I've been trying to invade my ally's place for the whole damn time.
Oh. Blame it on the light puzzles. Holy crap.
Yeah. I like the light puzzles, I'll be totally honest.
Yeah, it was the damn shadows that were just so annoying in that one. But,
Yeah.
and that we're talking about more
Shadows
in
Parent
part 2.
would be perfect puzzle.
Yeah, it was rough with
Yep.
the shadows, but without it, it would been,
I really liked the,
imagine
one.
doing that on day one.
I think Lights was really good. It was shorter, but it was good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have much else to say other than that. Or
I think that pretty
no.
much sums it all up, actually. In 37 minutes, so a little bit longer than I was hoping, but still
not
good.
bad.
I'm happy with this. We covered everything that I certainly wanted to. In short, the beta's out. If you have access, go play it. Give them feedback, and constructive feedback, not, oh my god, this sucks, or something of the like, because I know that there's...
I mean, even if you don't like it, just go walk around for 20 minutes
Yes.
because collecting that data and it's useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't bitch about the interfaces yet.
Yeah, Interface Beta comes out this next week. I don't think we'll be doing a podcast on that. I think we can wrap that up into the one at the beginning of next month.
Especially since I assume it's going to be really rough too.
Yeah, I would assume so. It looks awesome, but again...
I feel like
do
those
think it's
pictures
probably
of them
gonna be rough.
spending 20 minutes finally setting it all up, like,
Mhm.
okay, finally stop bouncing out of that corner where I wanted it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now quick, have a
Probably.
screenshot before it crashes.
It's so true.
Before all the drivers just say nope.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. It'll be good to see how that works. The interfaces are going to be awesome. Regardless of how buggy they may be to begin with, that's what the beta's for. I really want to see where the graphical beta goes, the HTML5 beta goes. It'll be great. But unless you guys have anything else to say, vote for the gnomes, and I will see you guys next time.
Toodaloo.
Yay.
Alright.